on that field today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. And don't do that. And don't do that.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You ought to make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. And don't do that. And don't do that. It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, this game's not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E. Streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. It's Winning Wednesday. Sorry about being a little late coming on, but man, I done got caught up in this mess with JJ Redick, Doc Rivers, and now Austin Rivers. Pat Bev got in on it, and I'm just like, I don't know why I allowed myself to get caught up in this stuff. Listen, let me tell you a couple things that I understand already right here on Winning Wednesday, where we just gave $500 cash to Danny Wilson. You'll hear from him in a few minutes. We gave $500 cash to, some other folks, and we got important stuff to do. We're about to give $500 cash to somebody else. Jameis Jeter won $500. Delano won $500. Chi-Town won $500. I mean, we got important stuff to do. And Mizzou got their butts kicked last night. You know, they had a chance to beat Tennessee. They didn't have the cojones to do it. We got important stuff to do, but I'm for some reason, now you gave your money away, homie. This one for my homies. I feel like I need to do Gangster Lean. Hey, Keith, look up the song Gangster Lean on YouTube. Gangster Lean, that's for you, because I feel like we need to pour a little something out on the corner for you losing your money when you didn't have to. Me and All Mad told you, Keith, not Keith, Keef. We said, Keith, don't bet your money against Kansas City. We told you, homie, and you ain't listen. And there you go. There you go. So no, you didn't get a dime. You lost the dimes you had fooling with San Francisco. You ain't know. There go my man, All Mad. You know what? My homie, my other homie, Willie Gibson, tried to hit me up, tried to be all slick with his mouth and stuff on the text. So, this your team? I'm surprised he didn't say, is this your king? Yeah, UConn got smoked. I didn't realize UConn had such a bad record on the road against ranked teams, but I was not hating. I was like, you're absolutely right. I agree. In fact, I'm happy about it because, oh man, guess what's finna happen? U of H is about to be the number one team in the country, but they got to get by number 11 Baylor. They cannot slip playing Baylor this Saturday at 11. Is that game on the road or is that game at home? Let me find out real quick. Hold on. Stay right there. Don't even trip. I'm going to tell you when it is. Saturday at Baylor. Oh, boy, at Baylor. at Baylor. U of H wins that game. They're the #1 team in the land because UConn got dog walked by Creighton last night. Good win. Good win by Creighton. What are they? The Blue Jays? Loved it. Loved it. Because I'm not a Dan Hurley, Bobby Hurley, Mommy Hurley, Daddy Hurley fan. I'm not. And then they came in here to Houston last year, and the governor of UConn, of Connecticut, talked all bad about Houston and all that. Man, I ain't rocking with nothing Connecticut. The women's team, the men's team, the soccer team. I ain't rocking with their chess team. If they got a Black History Month squad in UConn, I ain't rocking with that either. They them other folks. Coming to my city talking crazy, reckless with your mouth. Better be glad we didn't visit them. Now, I'm not talking about violence. And again, continue prayers out to the folks in Kansas City for what happened during the Super Bowl victory parade. I really want to be very careful how I project myself, given the amount of violence that we've seen in our country. But no, I'm just talking about leaning into people's ear hole, leaning into people's face and say, wait, what you say, homie? Yeah, governor gonna come in here acting all crazy, talking about how ugly the city is. Bruh, ugly, if beauty is in the eye of the beholder, ugly is in the eye of the beholder as well. And what you beholding, please. But anyway, yeah, UConn lost bad. I was happy about that. But let me say what I was finna say. Y'all got me all distracted, all in my feelings. Keith talking about I didn't believe you. I bet you believe us now. Listen, I'm your boy. Get at me before you waste your money. Because, you can always, I'm always doing stuff, Keith. You can always donate to my cause. I promise you. In fact, I got this movie coming out that needs some funds. I don't really want to start a GoFundMe account, but I need some funds to get this movie done so that it can premiere at the Cinematic Affair. I'm not in a movie during the Cinematic Affair. I have a movie, script written by your boy and some others. So, yeah, if you want to waste money, that's a good place to waste your money, Keith. That's a good place to waste your money, man. And I'm talking, you can give as much as you want every week. I will get you a Cash App. And every time you feel like betting against Kansas City, send me that money. Well, that movie will be fully furnished, fully funded. But you like Elizabeth Hurley. I don't think I like her either. Not because I don't like her, because her last name is Hurley. If you got Hurley in your name right now, all right. Almaz said that will be tough at Baylor. Home team advantage is real in the NCAA. Yeah, even though Baylor just got beat last night by BYU. And where was I? How did I not know BYU was now a part of the Big 12? Like, I totally missed that, and I shouldn't have. I knew a bunch of teams went to the Big 12. U of H, some other schools, Central Florida, Cincinnati. For some reason, I missed BYU. I was wondering, why is BYU playing all these Big 12 schools? I thought they were an independent school playing a Big 12 schedule, similar to Notre Dame playing an ACC schedule. I thought that was the case, but I missed it. I know Willie gonna get at me. Keith Hennick said, I've already wasted my money. So, Keith, real talk, though. If you invest in JM&E specifically for the project that I am working on, it will not be a waste of money, man. It will not be a waste of money, man. I got to pay for camera crews. I got to pay for lighting people. I got to pay for actors. I mean, when I tell you it's a big undertaking, but your boy is going to do it because, let me just say this. I'm 59 years old. And I have lived the majority of my life for other people. And I'm not complaining. Please hear me. I'm not complaining. But at 59, I don't know how many breaths I have left. I have fewer breaths in front of me than I do behind me. So what I want to do in this stage of my life is make memories and money, but memories that make money. How about that? Keith said, what's the ROI? You talking my language, bro. You talking my language. I can't honestly tell you that right this second, because once we produce the movie and once we showcase the movie at the Cinematic Affair, then I'm going to start shopping the movie series, because it's going to be a series, to various different places. One of them is not Netflix. I'm not shopping them to Netflix. Netflix will buy your stuff and then cancel it after one episode. I'm not fooling with that. What I have is an enterprise. What I have is multiple seasons, multiple series, and every one of them is going to be a cliffhanger. Every single one of them is going to be like, God, dog, man, this dude got me again. Yeah. So, Keith, we'll talk though. Real talk, man. Real talk. All right. So anyway, y'all got me distracted. I'm trying to get on this JJ Redick and Doc Rivers and all of them. Now, y'all stop it. Okay, here we go. First of all, here's what I understand from this situation. Here's what I understand. Several of y'all, and I'm not talking about y'all in specific, I'm talking about the sports world, don't like Doc Rivers. Don't like him. Think he's overrated. Think he's not a good coach and everything. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to like Doc. Therefore, when a guy like when a guy like JJ Redick comes out with his comments about Doc Rivers not being and always throwing other people under the bus, and it's always something with this guy. People are like, yeah, because you don't like Doc. You don't see value or potential in Doc. You've gone back over some period of time and done some research and found out that Doc's had some problems in big games and when he's had a 3-1 lead particularly. That's fine. Justifiable even. That's fine. In fact, it don't even have to be true why you don't like Doc. You just don't like Doc, and I get that. But my point is, hey, JJ Redick ain't the person to talk. He ain't, because he is the Baker Mayfield of the NBA. He is. The dude was much better with his mouth than he was with his game. And I looked at his stats. Yeah, he had a couple big time shooting seasons, over 40% from three. But here's the thing. JJ never did it when it counted. JJ never showed up come playoff time from three. And like Austin Rivers said, my dad might not, you say my dad was not accountable, but he was always responsible. He always got fired when it didn't go the way that it was supposed to go. And oh yeah, by the way, your best years came under my dad when he started you. Similar to what Pat Beverly said. So why JJ Redick is the person going hot ham on Doc is one thing. If it was Paul George, I'd get it, because Paul George and Doc Rivers were not like this. They had issues. Paul George broke the code when it came to Doc's daughter, and Doc, being a dad and a coach, it was not good. It was not good. Paul George, I'm listening to, because they got issues. JJ Redick, your game don't back up your talk. What you received from the person you're talking about doesn't jive. And you never showed up in the big games that all you had was one job, hit the three. You never showed up. You never showed up in those big games. But here's the thing. We're talking about the wrong thing. I feel like Allen Iverson right now. What are we talking about? Practice? Not the game. We're talking about practice. We're talking about the wrong thing. None of this. JJ Redick don't matter. Austin Rivers don't matter. Paul George don't matter. Pat Bev don't matter. Pat Bev is going to straighten out JJ Redick's wig, though. Pat Bev is going to straighten out JJ Redick. Leave Pat Bev alone for your sake. That's a pit bull. Leave that alone, because he going to bite hold of your butt and not let it go. So I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to leave that one alone. That's crazy. That's pure D crazy. I used to see Pat Bev driving up and down 288 in Houston in his Rolls Royce, and the dude was doing 100, 110, and the police would pull him over, and it would always be craziness. It would be pure craziness. So anyway, I'm telling you, JJ Redick, for your sake, European, let me help you, because you want to think you one of the brothers, and you are not invited to any picnic at my house, FYI. Leave Pat Bev alone. Okay, but here's the thing. JJ Redick don't matter. Pat Bev don't matter. Doc Rivers doesn't matter. The issue is with the Milwaukee Bucks. They have been wrong about this situation from jump. If they didn't want Adrian Griffin, they shouldn't have hired him. There were other coaches out there that were available. Once they hired Adrian Griffin, they had every responsibility to get him everything he needed. So if the defense was in question at any point from the time they hired him to the time that they fired him, they should have found a way to supply him what he needed to fix it. If that was put up more money for a different assistant coach, give it to them. If that means bring in somebody as a defensive consultant, get them. If that meant do whatever you have to do, that's what you do, because you're the organization. Adrian Griffin didn't hire himself. Adrian Griffin wasn't paying himself. But Adrian Griffin did have that team at 30 wins and 13 losses. So the fact that they threw that man out the door and then brought Doc Rivers in the middle of a situation that he did not create and clearly does not have the ability to fix, that ain't a Doc Rivers thing. That ain't a stupid JJ Redick thing. I'm sorry, JJ Baker Mayfield of the NBA Redick thing. That ain't a Pat Pitbull Beverly. That ain't an Austin Rivers thing. That ain't a fan thing. That's a Milwaukee Bucks thing. Y'all are focused on the wrong thing. It's like our society right now is so up in arms, and we got 240 characters that we can just emote and say whatever the hell we want to say and be dead wrong. You own the wrong thing. Milwaukee is dead wrong. Whether Doc Rivers can ever coach another game or not, whatever he's accomplished, you'll never take it away from him. And whatever he has yet to accomplish, you ain't going to stop it. JJ Redick can obviously say whatever the hell he wants to say and be dead wrong or dead right. It don't matter. Milwaukee Bucks organization is the problem. None of this would even be a discussion if they had handled this the right way. And as always, people overlook the billionaire organizations and focus on the other people. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I ain't gonna let you do it on this show either. Ain't gonna come on my show with that craziness. So let me put it to rest. It ain't Doc. It ain't JJ Baker. It ain't Pat Bev. It ain't Austin Rivers. Paul George, you wrong though, bro. You just foul. You done broke the codes. We ain't fooling with you. It ain't none of them. It's Milwaukee. Take a break. Be right back. Right after this on the lunch break. Winning Wednesday, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. We'll be right back right after this.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
course, Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez. And it's caught! Deebo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense it.
The throw just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Hey, my name is Danny Wilson, and I won $500 on the lunch break with AJ Jones.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. I got a message from Danny. He saw his deal. He saw it before I put it up. It's like he sent me the thing. I put it all together and sent it back to him. It's like, all right, this is what we're gonna run. He's like, oh, that's cool. You did a good job. Da, 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 da. Man, I hate this, right? So now he wants me to take it down. He's like, man, take that down, man. Oh, can just do my voice, man. Don't do my face and all that kind of stuff, man. I wish I hadn't sent that to you. It's like, Danny, it's up, bro. It's up. You're gonna be fine. Ain't nobody gonna be picketing in front of your house. Nobody's gonna come get you over in your nice little area where you live and everything and all that, bro. You want $500, man. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Some people are just camera shy, man. They just do not want to be in front of the camera. And I get it. Again, if you just send me what I need, I'll take care of it from there. You ain't got to never worry about it again, because get ready. We're about to do the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge, where you will, through March Madness, have a chance to win $500 cash. So get ready. Here's what you need to do right now. This is what you need to be doing. If you have not already done it, go over to cbssports.com, and sign up for a free account. You just put your email address in there, put your information, and then that's all you do. Sit tight. Once you get your, cbssports.com account, which is free, don't pay for anything. Don't get the plus account. Don't get the extra account. Don't get the NFL weekly, package and all that. Don't get any of that. Just get the free account. And then once we set up the brackets challenge, I'll send you a link, or I'll let you know it's up. Sign up for it, and then you are set. You'll be in for a chance to win $500 cash. That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. Pick your team, get a final score of the championship game, and man, we have a lot of fun with it. I know Big Mike, man, he's so mad at me because one year, heading into the championship game, it looked like he could not be beaten. I was like, man, Big Mike, you about to win $500, man. I saw that. He got all excited. And then sure enough, his team lost in the championship, and somebody else won. It's like, oh, man, I told this man he was about to win, and he ended up not winning. So, listen, it's a lot of fun. Danny Wilson came from behind. He was in third place. No, he was in fourth place going into the game, to the Super Bowl. He needed everybody in the Super Bowl to pick the wrong team, and they did. They all went with San Francisco, and then he had to come closer to the final score than they did. Even though they picked San Francisco, if they had a closer final score, they would have beat him on tiebreaker, and he got it. Everything fell in place for him. That man won $500 cash, and we're happy for him. So again, all you got to do is keep listening. All right, let me give you the NBA power rankings right now. I don't have them printed up. I told the team don't worry about printing them up because they were having a tough time with it. But let me give you power rankings. Top 15 from the lunch break. Right now, the number one team, NBA power rankings, Boston Celtics, 43-12, coming out of the All-Star break. I got Boston at number one. Number two, I got a surprise team. I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are the number one team in the West right now by, a very close margin. But I got them at number two. Man, that young team is balling, and I kind of like what I see there. But the question is, can they hold on? Number three, I got a surprise team as well. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is, I don't know where this kid came from and how he's taken this step, but he has gotten them as the number three best team in the NBA for me. Number four, Doc's old team, the LA Clippers, got them at number four. Number five, Willie Gibson's team, I've got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've been balling pretty good. Number six, of course, the champions of last season, Denver. I think they're going to, make a push come to playoff time. Number seven, we'll see. They've had some injury problems, but I like the New York Knicks at number seven. At number eight, I've got Doc's team, the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they'll be fine. A lot of people talking about Doc going 3-7 with this team right now, and they forget Dame Lillard has missed some of these games. Other guys have missed some of these games, and I think they're going to be fine. So at number 9, you've got Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. At number 10, you got the red-hot New Orleans Pelicans. I wanted to put them up a little bit higher, but you just never know where it's going to go on with that team. At number 11, you got the Dallas Mavericks. Got the Dallas Mavericks, number 12. I got the Philadelphia 76ers, but they're going to have to get Embiid back sooner than later. They're going to have to get Embiid back. They're 6-14 without Joel Embiid this season, and they need him. They cannot stay in there without him. Number 13, I've got the Indiana Pacers. I like what they're doing up there in Indiana Pacers with Tyrese Halliburton. He's got them balling. And now Pascal Siakam is up there. It's a good team. Watch them come playoff time. Number 14, Sacramento. I love Sacramento. I want them to be up there higher. They've got to take that next step. I want them to be up higher. And then a surprise team at number 15. I was going to go the Miami Heat, but I'm going to be in the state. I'm just not going to be in Miami. I'm going with the Orlando Magic. I'm going with the Orlando Magic because something is happening with them. You know, they seem like a team that's on the cusp for me. They seem like a team that's on the cusp for me. So I'll put them in 15. I got Miami at 16, but I could easily have put Miami right there. All right, let me give you the list without any commentary. Number 1, Boston. Number 2, Minnesota. Number 3, Oklahoma City. Number 4, Clippers. Number 5, Cleveland. Number 6, Denver. Number 7, Knicks. 8, Bucks. 9, Phoenix Suns. 10, Pelicans. 11, Mavericks. 12, 76ers. 13, Pacers. 14, Kings, and 15, with a slight edge over the Heat, I've got the Orlando Magic. For all who wondering about Golden State and the Lakers, I got the Golden State at I got the Lakers at 17. I've got Golden State at 18. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's my NBA power rankings right now. Spurs at number 80. Where do I have the Spurs? Let me see, because we did all 30 teams. Where do we have the Spurs? Let me look. Got the Rockets at 20. Ooh, they down there, bro. They down there. Yeah, I got them at 29. Got the Spurs at 29. But I love the Rook. I love the Rook. All right. I can go ahead and wrap it up, man. I'm ready for the NFL draft. See what's going to happen. A lot of moves to be made. That's coming up on April the 25th. See what happens. I'm looking at a couple of quarterbacks and see where they end up. To me, it's going to be as much about the draft as it is about some of the free agencies. Where is Justin Fields going to end up? Where is Kirk Cousins going to end up? Some other quarterbacks I want to see if they end up changing teams. Russell Wilson. Combine next week. Willie, I'm not a fan of the combine. I don't usually talk about it a whole lot. I went to it once in my 42-year career as a broadcast journalist. Of that, let's see, I've been doing sports since 2002. No, 2005. I've been doing sports in 2005. I only have been to the combine once, and it turned me off. Personal. Nothing happened. Nobody did anything. I was like, yeah. So anyway, yeah, combine next week up in Indy. But anyway, I'm ready for the draft. And then I'm ready for that free agency period. I want to see where quarterbacks like Justin Fields, who I just think needs a real offensive coordinator, a real head coach, a real chance. I think he'll be fine. I'm keeping my eye on I'm keeping my eye on Pittsburgh and Atlanta for Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it except tune in tomorrow for Houston Roundball Review's takeover of the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Also Friday, it'll be Coach Cole and the HBCU Stroll. And then I'll be back on Tuesday for Talk Your Team Tuesday. Y'all have a great one. Rest of your week. Great weekend for those who I'll see and don't see. We'll talk to you then. Y'all take it easy like Sunday morning. All right, y'all. Bye.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
Hey, my name is Danny Wilson, and I won $500 on the lunch break with AJ Jones.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. Number 1, the support that President Biden has received thus far in his still early primary season could be headed for an upset as Arab Americans go to the polls next week in Michigan. It's predicted that foreign affairs will play a large part in Tuesday's primary in the Wolverine state. Democratic Congresswoman and Arab American Rashida Tlaib is leading the call against the Biden administration alliance with Israel, and she's asking her supporters to vote uncommitted in next Tuesday's primary. Number 2, reports suggest that Vice President Kamala Harris has been particularly focused on penetrating what she refers to as the bubble of President Biden's campaign. The bubble is where Democratic stakeholders believe their concerns on critical issues fall on deaf ears. The Vice President has been convening intense discussions from diverse voices to reshape their campaign strategy ahead of the election cycle. Her efforts have garnered praise from leading Democrats who have expressed relief at her proactive approach, contrasting it with earlier feelings of being sidelined by the White House and campaign headquarters. Number 3, as a whole, the healthcare system treats the Black community differently. While the disparities in health resources and services are being addressed from the clinic to the national government level, it's harder to change how kidney disease affects African Americans. Vulnerability to chronic kidney disease is ingrained in DNA, and while medical studies have made progress and genetic testing for gene mutations is now available, treatments are not yet available. Read more about Black Health Matters in today's newsletter. Number 4, on February 6, Cecilia Gentili died in her home in the Marine Park section of Brooklyn. Her death was announced by her husband, Peter Scotto. Cecilia Gentili was a fierce advocate for transgender people and sex workers and a legislative lobbyist, author, performer, actress, and a mother. She worked with several prominent organizations that advocated for the queer community, particularly trans women of color. She also worked with organizations such as Gay Men's Health Clinic, Trans Equity Consulting, and more. Number 5, Destin Lee Henderson has been missing from Houston, Texas since October 24th of 2023. The 39-year-old was last seen at his apartment located in the 400 block of Highland Cross in Harris County. Law enforcement is searching for Destin's vehicle, a red 2015 Honda Accord with Ohio plates, JHP 3637, and Destin has tattoos and wears braces on his teeth. Anyone with information on Destin's disappearance, please take a look at his photo on the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. True love involves a selfless act of giving. Inhale love. Exhale selfishness. Some of you still exhaling. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with producer Stephen Hill and comedian extraordinaire Myra J. as we discuss today's top headlines and more. And now here's your little-known Black History fact in honor of Black History Month. Alan Rohan Crete was a notable artist who sought to depict Black people as ordinary American citizens instead of sharecroppers or entertainers. Alan Rohan Crete was born in 1910 in Plainfield, New Jersey, and raised in Boston's South End. He developed an interest in art early on by way of his mother and his father, a doctor and engineer. In an interview, Crete stated he wanted to show the real Negro and not the jazz Negro or the Harlem Negro, which he felt were images promoted solely by white people. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the American Heart Association and Black Health Matters. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.